But my bold take for the 2025 season is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander merits serious consideration for Defensive Player of the Year. So I think because of the fact that he has a lot of eyes on him, he's going to be in that contention. He's already, I think, like plus 3,000 to 5,000 according to Vegas odds, which is a long stretch for him. But in terms of guard play, we've already seen him across multiple seasons average the most steals as a guard, most blocks as a guard. But similar to his driving impact in the lane, we've also seen him start, coming on the weak side to help defense. And I think that's the next transition in Shai's game is he's going to understand that, hey, I don't need to score the 30 plus every single game, where it's so easy for him to do the 30 that I think once he starts locking in on the defensive end, I think he can get the all defensive team honors this upcoming season, and he's going to turn into a two-way true star. He's going to be top 10 in defensive rating amongst all the players. And I think he's going to lead the league once again steals and also enter into the probably top 5 in blocks this upcoming season because he has so much help defense to do, because that's kind of the position and scheme that Mark puts him into, that he has the highest capability from like just a statistical standpoint to make the biggest impact in that way. It won't indicate obviously that he's better than Lou Dort or anything like that, but I think the case will be better for him because we also saw Lou Dort's numbers start to regress with the style of defense, where Lou Dort's role now is just limit the best player on the other team, and it's not really stat based, whereas Shai's is a lot more stat based. So I think the case will be easier to make. Him being an MVP candidate will also help his case, similar to MJ's years. MJ got a couple of years of DPOY where he probably couldn't or shouldn't have won in some of the seasons. So he has a lot of like first team all defense as well. So I think for that reason, like the league is searching for their next MJ, and this narrative is going to start getting pushed a little bit more. Maybe if not this season, the next. But I do think like I want to be the first person to start making that like noticeable to everyone and like mention it, like steals and blocks, steals per game, blocks per game, defensive rating, his help side impact, his ability to switch. He's like a 6'6" guard that's able to guard all positions. He's starting to guard centers as well in some possessions in small ball lineups, similar to like a J-Dub. His on-off plus minuses are always going to be good because he's always going to be around the starting unit, whereas J-Dub can't really get that advanced stat because he's sometimes with the second unit. So there's a lot of cases from all kind of ends to help his case here, but he has 1.5% chance of even getting it. And obviously Lou Dort has a little bit better chance on the same team, but I think he can edge it out as a guard because outside of him, Lou Dort and Dyson Daniels, those are probably going to be the 3 front runners as guards for DPOY. And I don't really see, maybe outside of like if Wemby doesn't have a healthy season again or something like that, and he doesn't meet the requirements for games played, I can easily see at the end of the year where they're like, we got to find someone. And similar to like Evan Mobley getting it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can get it.
Can I be the first one here?
Go ahead.
If that is ever right, ever, I will like, let's just make it like I'll shave my head. I'll shave everything on my body if that's ever right. I will be hairless from top to bottom. Top to bottom. I like you giving him his props. He was fantastic defensively, but there's 3 other guys on the team that will get a DPOY before he would. Maybe 4, maybe 5. Chet, Dort, J-Dub, Caruso, Kaysen, all better defenders to me. But you do make a good point with the stats because Shai does get the most steals and the most blocks. But I don't think that'll ever happen. And the hate on Shai, it's just not going to be allowed to happen. Silver stated that they watch or read a lot into social media. Do you think he's going to ever let Shai get a DPOY?
I
don't think
Go
so.
ahead, Landon. I'll rebuttal after.
I was gonna say, if I was to place my money, if on this day, if I was to place money on two guys, it would be Victor Wembanyama and it would be Amen Thompson. That would be my two guys.
I think he can beat out Amen Thompson because I think that team defense is going to be a lot less great without Dylan Brooks, and adding KD makes the defense worse as well. At his age right now, that's just like objectively kind of a fact. So I think Amen's case is not going to be as good, and maybe they won't win as many games as OKC. I think winning always has a big factor, and the fact that one Wemby injury led to Evan Mobley getting it as a first-seeded player when he was in contention with Draymond, and Draymond was nowhere close, and Lou Dort was in that race. I think my case for making Shai in there is valid because Evan Mobley's already won one. I think he can surpass Lou Dort on his own team because of the stats. And then this is me counting on the fact that Wemby may not have a full season with the already rough
another guy
things that
came
are
to
happening
mind.
with him.
JJJ will be up there too. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, but I think DPOY has become kind of more of a casual analyst award where they really don't watch the games. Like I've already seen a lot of them have commentary on it, and all the voters for DPOY really look at advanced stats in general. And the one guy I'm going to rely on is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to stuff that stat sheet all season long.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think you're closer to a all defensive team than a DPOY, strictly because of the position and the amount of defensive talent on the team.
Yeah, I think I want to rebuttal your mention of like Caruso and others that are better than him, like defensively. Like, yeah, maybe they're better one-on-one defenders, whatever. But from like a impact standpoint and the amount of light that's about to be shining on Shai, that's where he has the edge. Because national media is what really counts for these votes, and it is a popularity contest. So I'm not just saying like Shai's going to be the best defensive player on our team. Obviously, I know our team really well. I'm not making that case. I'm making case for DPOY.
No, I can understand that for sure.
I agree with the point about Lou Dort as well because the guys just don't even catch the ball when he's defending them. They just run to the corner and you got it. So he'll never have the stats, but we know he's the best defender. So yeah, I see where you're coming from, but
yeah, I don't think Caruso plays enough. And then on top of the fact that I just don't think they'll give it to Chet, in my opinion, on this team because his impact is more advanced stats and eye test. So the best guy that has the best case on the best team is going to be Shai. And the only other guy that could do it is possibly J-Dub. But I think out of all those players, Shai's been the healthiest. So that's another thing that I'm looking at between all the other candidates like Evan Mobley and Amen Thompson or JJJ. I think he can also edge them all out in terms of playing 75 games, which helps his case because he's going to get more numbers. But that's it for my bold take, man.